not sleep together. Good morning, Infinity Fellowship. Good morning, everyone around the world, wherever you're joining us from. This is Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr, welcoming everybody to the Infinity Fellowship. This is Yoga Sunday. It's fourth Sunday. So we're going to open the way with spirit. This is a wonderful place to be in on this 25th day of February in 2024. This is the year of divine reciprocity. So get ready for the good things to happen for you. Because our mantra, as you may have seen on the slide, if you're brand new to Yoga Sunday at Infinity Fellowship, is I am that I am. I am a divine reflection of the great I am. And that because of that, I give, I get, and I've got it good. So I hope you got it good today. We've got it good today. You've got it good today because you're here for Yoga Sunday and you're here to be a yes. This is the independent, interfaith, interspiritual community headquartered in Nashville, Tennessee, but broadcasting around the world via multi-streaming platforms. We call it the Infinite Life Stream, and you are joining us on that Infinite Life Stream. So we're happy to have you with us today. I invite you to pause in this moment, wherever you might be in your household. If you're driving, of course, do not close your eyes, but we ask that you center your consciousness around what we call the opening of the way. In the old days, we would call it the morning prayer. We call it at Infinity the morning PERM. PERM is an acronym for pouring energy into realignment for manifestation. We always acknowledge first and foremost the God of your acceptance and understanding. And so we invite you, before we get ready to hit the mats, before we go through the rest of the experience that we call Yoga Sunday, our worship experience on fourth Sundays, the moving meditation, to just pause and take a few deep breaths along with me and everyone else who might be around the world. So go ahead and close your eyes gently from top to bottom. Take a deep inhale and an equally deep exhale. Another breath just like that, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. With each inhale, feel your body, the area below your sternum, below your rib cage expand, become a little more full. And with each release of breath, allow yourself to be a little more empty. From fullness to flatness. And as we are now in that centered space, we ask that all heads now be bowed, all hearts are now open, as we sit in silence before the presence of the divine. Limitless and abundant Creator, we give thanks in this moment today as we open the way to spirit. Thank you, oh God, for this opportunity for us to gather every single Sunday to uplift this energy that unites us all. We give thanks for our young people around the world and our young people in the space today, as this one Sunday of focus brings them into fruition in the spirit. To our young people who are around the world, who have matriculated from little bitties to grown adults now and are out there on the college campuses and out in the world doing great things, we send them the reassurance that you are always with them, and that this community is always thinking about them and uplifting them and praying them, pouring into them through the ups and the downs in their lives, and therefore giving them the balance and support that community gives. We give thanks for the elders out there in the world today, the inspiration that we get from assisting in any way that we can into pouring into their lives as well, recognizing that we all will transition into that space. To our little bitties, to those who are parenting in those spaces, to those who are being uncles and aunties in those spaces, and grands and great-grands in those spaces, may we recognize that the actions that we take with our young people now determine the experiences that they will have in an environment that will either send them toward the positive and the good, or send them toward the space of being in need for correction. And that correction is a gentle correction of love because we recognize that all things are indeed working together for our good. We send love and energy out to this fellowship family that we call Infinity here. For those who come, who may find themselves at the margins of misunderstanding, who find a place where they are seen and loved and affirmed today. We speak that those who arrived here today, who may have flipped on the channel accidentally, who may have been tagged in a post to say, you need to be here in this moment, and say, you know what, I'm just going to give it a shot. Where they recognize the essence of yoga is stillness. And today, as we practice restoring, let us continue to embrace the understanding that when we bring the body in alignment with the mind and the spirit, we actually navigate this life a little easier. We navigate it in balance, we navigate it in healing, we navigate it in wholeness, and we embrace all of these things right now as we commit to being a yes in this wonderful moment of living. Inhale in, exhale, let it go. We proclaim these things to be truth, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. And so it is. Let us prepare for our pouring of libations. We prepare for our pouring of libations today. I invite you, if you're brand new to libations, hey, it's all good. If you've been at libations before, you understand that it's a pouring out of water. We pour into the earth because we complete that divine circuit that connects us with those who have transitioned to the space of life after life. We recognize that in that space there is no death. Death only occurs when we no longer tell our stories. So as we prepare to think about those people who we want to pour out for, I remind you that those people don't have to necessarily be perfect. They got us here. You know, we think about some harsh lessons that we learned from some of our ancestors that put us on a space of doing good. We say, I don't want to be like that. Well, guess what? That's a lesson that we learned. So we give thanks that every lesson that we learned prepared us for this right now moment. That every moment of trauma shaped who we are right now. And other times, and oftentimes, the hottest fire is what has produced the purest gold. So I want you to remember those people in your lives who poured into you in this moment as we pour out this water to recognize them. We use the Yoruba word ashe, which proclaims and so it is, but also means a powerful, powerful proclamation of divine essence. And so we pour today. And we say, cool water, freshen our spirits, ashe. Freshen and consecrate this house for spiritual work, ashe. Freshen our collective ancestors all together around the world, ashe. We give praise in this moment as we pour to Almighty Mother, Father God, Divine Source, and all creation, ashe. Grant to us in this pouring peace and prosperity, ashe. And so we pour in the direction and honoring the essence energies of the North. The North is symbolic of us finding a sense of direction and, of course, being a yes today, showing up in the space fully present. Ashe. To the energies of the South that recognizes symbolically that we are rooted in who we are and whose we are. Ashe. To the energy of the rising sun of the East. It's a beautiful day in Nashville, Tennessee. The sun is out there and it's booming. But wherever you are, even if it's raining, the sun is still up there. And that tells us that this is a new day. Celebrate it. Ashe. To the energies of the West, we recognize that even as the sun goes down on the western horizon, the moon and the stars are there to provide light in the darkness. Ashe. To the ground below us, recognizing also that when we are rooted, We may bend, but it is always better to bend than it is to break. Ashe. To this sky above us, and the recognition that this blank landscape grants us our dreamscape, and we can bring into manifest reality that which we dream of and focus on. Ashe. And finally, to the seventh direction, and that is the space that is Grand Central Station, where they all come together. All of these directions come together. And as these directions come together, that is the human heart. May your heart always be as light as a feather. Ashe. And as we think of those we'd like to recognize in the space today, whose names we'd like to call out, one name came to me via text and social media this morning, and I said, oh my goodness, one of the great legendary political figures who I think if we had state houses and city councils and congresses full of this brother, we would really pass a lot of legislation and get a lot of things done quickly because people would not dance around the bush. And that is to our great elder councilman, Flint, Michigan, Eric Mays. Ashe. A lot of people get entertained by Councilman Mays, but you can't beat him on parliamentary procedure. You can't beat him on grassroots advocacy. And if you hadn't looked him up, go look him up. We give thanks that his energy has set the tone for how we should be honest to each other and be respectful, because he was not going to be disrespected. No. Ashe. So as you type the names in the box, if you like to recognize your ancestors in the box, type them in. If not, get the kids together and call out the names as we pour these next few pours of water. And finally, we pour and speak for the children in the womb, world, and yet unborn. We say together around the world, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Oh, nice to hold it out with you, y'all. Good morning to you. Good morning in this space today. It is a time for us to celebrate gratitude. So look, we're going to hold it down here in the space. I'm going to hold it down with you, but listen, we're going to need some help. So we got tech crew. We got a couple of good folks in the house today. We got Sister Kanitha, Sister Alicia. They're going to come and do some restorative yoga with us today. So everybody, we're going to sing. We're going to put this out here, and we're going to name one thing that we're grateful for. Why? Because today is the day that the God of your acceptance and understanding, the source of all that is, was, and ever shall be, has made. So we're going to rejoice together in gratitude. I'm going to put up a slide, and on that slide, you're going to see how we do this. We're going to sing, and while we're doing this, we want you to generate gratitude. So we want you in that chat box before we hit these yoga mats. We want you to say, my name is, you can put where you're coming from, and you can put something that you're grateful for. I am grateful for one thing that you're grateful for. I challenge you. I invite you. I double dog dare you to put something in that chat box that you are grateful for in this moment as we say good morning to you. And we like to sing that song in a powerful way. And so we're going to sing that song and get it rocking. Good morning to you. And we're going to keep it rocking. Prep yourself. Type in that box. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. Other verse goes da da a da 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 a da 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 a da 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 da. A good morning to you. What you typing there, huh? Good morning to you. What you typing there? Good morning to you. Good morning to you. All right, y'all, we're going to scroll it up. I'm going to put some people up on the screen there. Yes. Tyrell Lindsley. Right at the top there, Daniel. Right up the top there, Kamari and Kai. Right up there we go. We're going to one-to-one. Put them up there. Brother Tyrell says, yes, peace and love, good family. Next, we got Sister Courtney Williams in the house there. That says to us on the screen, Courtney, good morning. Next, we've got up. And I think if you just click on them, it might just go right in there, Smoochie. We've got it, and we're going to click it and show it, baby. Click it and show it. One click. There we go. We got Christina Trotter coming in the house. Good morning, if family, goodness, and love. Yes, we got Tashana Lindsley coming in the house today, and she's saying with the Lindsley family, great morning, beautiful if family. Next, we've got up. We've got coming down, Michelle Stevens down there. Oh, Sister Michelle is in the house. We call her Michelle A. My name is Michelle, and I'm grateful for my children, my family, infinity, and friends. So grateful to have you, sis. We were talking about you before a little the other day on this cheer season. Good to have you on the space and in the space with us today. Next up, Smoochie, we're going to keep it rocking. Keep us going. We're going to get Angela Mitchell Hill. Good to see you, Sister Angie's in the house. Grateful for Infinity Fellowship. We're grateful for you. Y'all get y'all's mats rolled out. We're going to get into some restorative spaces today. We're going to have a great time. All right. So we're happy to have you in the space today. We're happy to have you bring that gratitude in. It's a wonderful time for us to begin to celebrate all over the world Yoga Sunday. We've done Yoga Sunday now for going on our 10th year. It's a part of Infinity. It was a radical part of Infinity to say on the fourth Sunday, we're going to deal with, we do body, we do spirit and mind, but how many people do body too as part of the service? So now we've got it, and it's caught on in a fabulous way. So we're very grateful to have you. If you're a first-time visitor, go ahead and say first-timer in the box today so that we can welcome you. But this is the point in the service where we do welcome our first-time visitors. And as our first-time visitor, we're going to ask you to take a look at the slide and go ahead and take a picture of that welcome slide or hold up your QR code phone to the QR code on the slide so that we can get your information. And we'd like to just get a little information so we can send you a little postcard, say hello. And as we send a postcard and say hello, we want to make sure that you have an opportunity to receive some love and a gift from Infinity Fellowship. When you get that gift, you bring it back and we'll show you some love in person. We meet on first Sundays in person right here at 641 West Nocturne Drive. This gives us an opportunity to see the real you and to connect with you and let you know that we appreciate you. If you're a first timer to Yoga Sunday online, go ahead and type it. And Infinity folks, shower the people with love that say this is their first time. But I get to let you know that we see you for who you truly are. You're not just a human being who came to have a spiritual experience. It's the other way around. You are a spirit who is navigating the human experience. And so we love to stretch our hands out to you in this moment. So I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath. Exhale. You're going to hear that a lot today because we're about that breath. It's all about that breath, Was no, not breathing. I don't know. We try to make a couplet there. But we stretch out our hands to you in this space. If you're with somebody, call them in the room, say, hey, I got something to tell you. And I want you to say it to them. If you're there solo, we want you to hear this message coming from the Infinity Fellowship. And this is coming directly from you. And guess what? People all over the world are saying it with you. So you're not alone. Deep breath again. Exhale, let it go. Repeat after me. I see you, but you don't hear me though. I really see the real you. I see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are a spirit. You're more than what's on the outside. You are a gift to me and to the entire world. I see where you are. You're right here in front of me. Well, I can let you know, if no one else will, that you are not alone. I'm with you. We're with you. And you are at home. I see when you are. You're in the right now, baby. You're so much more than your yesterday. I see why you are. You're here to learn, to grow, to embrace your dreams, to heal your body, and to celebrate your divine destiny. I know all this because I'm here to do the same thing. So we're going to help each other out. All right? I know the real you, and I see you shining today. I feel you shining today. I know you're shining today. So welcome to infinity. Welcome home. Asheo. Give yourself a moment to just shake it out. Give yourself a little moment to dance. Hit that QR code. Give yourself a moment to tag somebody. Tag somebody. Tag somebody in the stream. Let them know that we got this dream going for everybody to get on a mat. And we're not going to play around with that. Hey, we got it. 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 Y'all almost ready? Y'all almost ready to do some yoga? Do that warm up. We'll get that Ethiopian little step going y'all see on the internet. Yeah, we can do that. We can get that thing going. But as we get prepared and as we are ready to get on the map, we also don't want to skip a very important part of the worship and the fellowship experience, the gathering experience, and that is our offering time. It is time for us to participate in the service by pouring back in to the spiritual space that provides us with our spiritual food. This wonderful fellowship is existing because people all over around the world are pouring into it. So we are grateful that you have decided to, in this moment, look into your heart for what your heart has moved you to give. And we are grateful that you are partnering with this space to see it grow and to see it move great things in the world, bring people together, bring about healing. So it's time for us for that offertory period. I especially am grateful to each and every one of you who has made that move to start going toward tithing, taking 10% of what comes in and pouring it back into the space that provides spiritual food, because it's not for the space per se, it's for you to be in a cycle and a circuit of giving so that the universe responds to you. You cannot outgive what the universe has provided, what God has provided, what your ancestors has provided, the breath in our body, the energy and the creativity in our minds. And so in this moment, we have an opportunity to give back, and this is the moment. You can give back via Cash App. You can give back via PayPal. You can also give back via snail mail if you want to put your check in the mail like people do here around the world. This is that moment where we give collectively. We give from a space of good. Trust me, once you start giving from a space of good, your vibrational frequency changes. Because you want things to be given to you, you become the giver first. So let us prepare ourselves for giving right now. as we prepare to say together, everything is good. So wherever you are in the world, I want you to stand if you can, if you're able. I want you to look at the device that you're going to use to give. If it's a phone, if it's a computer, if it's a checkbook, whatever it may be, if it's a note to get your money order tomorrow, wherever it may be, I want you to look at it. I want you to repeat after me. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. I got it. I got it. I got it good. All right, let us turn to the screen where we have our offertory affirmation, and let's say it all together and so supercharge our offering. O limitless, abundant creator, source of everything I possess, you have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference, and so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken, and so it is. Let us give it this time. We've got a slide that we'll put up that'll help you know how to give. Everything is good, come on. Everything is good. Everything is good, and I've got it. I've got it, oh, I've got it good. Y'all help me sing it now. Everything is good. Everything is good, let's do it. Everything is good. Everything is good. I've got it. I've got it, oh, I've got it good. Everything is good. Everything is good, yeah. Everything is good, yeah. Everything is good. I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good, and I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Everything is 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 good, and I've got it. Yeah, I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. I've got it good. Do you have it good? Come on, if you got it good. If you got it good, let us know. Awesome. Come on. I've got it. I've got it, oh, I've got it. I've got it good. We got it good, y'all. And as we are starting today, we're asking that you roll your mat out, ready, so that we can get into position to do this work. As we get ready to do this work, we're going to start with today's meditation. So find a comfortable spot on the floor and be prepared to get into this practice today. We will move through from this meditative space and put this into our bodies. We're actually going to infuse our bodies with this understanding from today's meditation. I'm so excited. We've had new members orientation going on. We've been teaching from the 4 spiritual laws of prosperity. It's been a great process. And this is a quote that the author of that book wrote, and we'll bring it up on the screen for us today. It comes from Edwin Gaines, who reminds us, quote, when any of us puts our intention out there and we make a 100% commitment to that intention, and we make every step a step of impeccability, a step of integrity, then somehow the universe opens up a way where before there was no way. End quote. Take a deep breath there. And exhale, let it out. Somehow, when we make a step, and that step is a step of impeccability, it's a step of integrity, it's a space of commitment, a way is opened out of no way. How many could use a way out of no way right now? Right? And we can go on in that. So we're going to do this. And one way that you get a way out of no way is by making sure that you are here to be able to do it. That's what Yoga Sunday's about, y'all. Roll on the floor. Let's get on those mats. We're going to take us through a practice that is going to supercharge us, but it's going to supercharge us through some slow energy. So I want you to grab a few things as you're getting on the mat. If you've got a yoga block, grab a yoga block. I've got a block over here. This is a yoga block. I'm over here, D. This is a yoga block. Some of you are practitioners of yoga, so you know what it is. You can grab a towel. You can grab a strap. Grab yourself a blanket. If you're seated near a cushion that you can take out of your kitchen chair or a cushion that you can take out of the couch, take a couch cushion or one of those big couch pillows, pull everything that you got down on the floor so that you can have it. Because today we're going to be about comfort, but we're also going to be about restoration. Restorative yoga practices are about finding a still position and just holding them, breathing deep into the body, providing that long healing. So I know many of us are here. Some of y'all are going to go to sleep, but we're not going to hold poses that long. So this is my no excuse yoga day. So all my people who say, well, I like to do it, but sometimes we go a little fast on everything else. I'm like, I hear you. I feel you. This is for you today. No excuses. Grab sister, grab brother, grab grandmama, say, come on, if we can get up here to this space, we're going to make it happen. Let's warm that body up a little bit. Let's come to our feet, standing near the front edge of our mat. And as we come to our feet, standing on the front edge of our mat, we just want to check in with our body to make sure that we have some good core stability. So as we get our core stability there, come to the front edge. Place your feet about hips distance apart. From that space of hips distance apart, go ahead and just drive those feet into the mat. And then lift those toes up toward the ceiling. That's the flex. Good. And as those feet are flexed, we want you to now concentrate your energy on the inside of the ball of your foot, the outside of the front edge of your foot, the inside of your heel, and the outside of your heel. All four of those points now driving into the mat. Y'all hear my floor squeaking? It's because I'm driving in. I'm way too hyped for restorative day, I know. So I will not change. We will keep it going. But we want you to really feel that rootedness. As those toes are now flexed, they're pointing toward the ceiling. See if you can spread them apart. You're like, whoa, spread my toes. Yeah. Spread them apart and now lay them down on the mat as well, engaging. Inhaling, bringing those shoulders up toward the ears, moving them toward the back of the room. And then exhaling, releasing those shoulders to the floor, even as that chest is opened up now. Good. While you're loosening those kneecaps so that you're not very rigid, we want you to lift that navel up, lift that belly button up, and then back toward the spine. And as it is coming back toward that spine, that posture is opening up now. And I want you to see and feel that energy below your body, although your knees are slightly relaxed. We want you to take your thighs, take your shin bones, take everything and turn them in without moving your feet. Just turn everything in. From the skin to the muscle to the bone, just turn it inward. We're going to engage that lower body. Lifting that chin slightly. Imagine that the skin on the back of your shoulder blades is turning to honey and is descending toward the floor so that there's no tension now in the shoulders, standing in perfect posture. From this, we're just going to salute in four directions just to get our bodies warmed up, to get them moving. We'll start with a sun salutation. And it's just a simple sun A, which means we're just going to, right now, reach toward the sky, extended mountain pose, inhale. Exhale, reach forward, bending at the hips, forward fold, all the way down. And then from that position, just hang out a little bit. Warm your body up a little bit by moving a little bit from side to side if you like. Just to get you in the habit of loosening those hamstrings. For those of you who need to bend your knees, you can bend your knees a little bit if you need to on that forward fold. You can bend over and touch the block. Lift up an alternating heel if you'd like. That good forward fold. Take an inhale, halfway lifted. Flatten that back. Exhale, take it back to the forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to get this together here. We're going to inhale and we're going to do the utteral, guttural sound of the universe together. Om. We're going to give 3 ohms here. So we want you to inhale deeply and exhale. We're going to exhale the om and just hold it as long as you can. Feel that resonant sound. Are y'all ready? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Deep inhale into the belly. Exhale. Om. And just an inhale and an exhale here. And hands to the side. All right, let's get it rocking and let's get it rolling. Let's go with a little bit of movement. Slowly, inhale, extended mountain pose, reach to the ceiling. Maybe send those thumbs toward the back of the room. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, jump, or float back to a low plank position. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press back into downward facing dog. Good, lifting those hips. One deep breath here. On an exhale, jump, step, or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down to low plank or to the floor. Your thighs may rest on the floor as well if you need to. Take it slow. Inhale, come forward 2 inches. Lift that head toward the ceiling. Open that chest, upward facing dog. Exhale, drop that head, lift those hips, straighten the arms, straighten the legs, downward facing dog. Won't be here long. Big inhale here. Exhale, blow it all out. Step, jump, or float to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, moving only as slow as your breath allows you to, or as fast. Exhale to the low plank position. Inhale, come forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really big deep breath here. And on the exhale, just drop your knees to the mat. Come to a tabletop position, all fours. Now we're ready to bring in a little bit of music and get ourselves in a position where we can start this restoration. Got everything, your accoutrement, everything you need next to you? We've got it. All right. Let's check in from this position and make sure that our body is squared up well. Make sure that your wrists are directly under your shoulders, that it's a straight line. There we go. Good adjustment. That your knees are directly under your hips. From this position, take an inhale. On an exhale, bring your chin to your chest and round your back. Arch your back like a cat. Good. On an inhale, lower that navel to the floor. Lift that head toward the ceiling. That's going to be the cow position. On the next exhale, opposite direction. Arch that back, lower that chin toward the chest. Really bring that navel in toward the spine. Empty out that breath. On a slow inhale, slowly move yourself into that cow position where the belly is lowered, where the shoulders are rolled back, where that chin is lifted and that head is arching toward the ceiling. Now here's the tip. Go through a few rounds of this breath on your own, moving only as slow or as fast as your breath allows. That means on an inhale, begin the movement. Slowly, slowly. We reach the full realization of the posture when the breath is complete. Pause gently, then begin the exhale into cat. Slowly moving with the breath until you're completely empty, fully into the pose. On your own. Continue to breathe a few more times just like this. Inhaling and exhaling into cat-cow. One more round of breath. When you're finished with this final round of breath, just come to tabletop position. Flat back, fully aligned, feeling great. From that tabletop position, go ahead and flex your toes, resting on the balls of your feet instead of pointing them. Good. Now see if you can, on an inhale, lift your knees up off the mat slightly. Lift up your knees and then place them back down on the mat gently. Yes, and then back down. Just a couple of times to see if you can make that move to lift your knees and then back down. Slowly. Good. Now we're going to do something innovative. We're going to lift our knees up just a couple of inches off the mat, move them toward the outer edges of the mat. Lift those knees and move them to the outer edges of the mat. Lower them down on the outer edges of the mat. Now lift those feet up. Point those toes toward the back of the room. Now place them on the mat. Lift those feet up again. Bring the two big toes together in a V. Place them on the mat. Now sit back on your heels. Yes, this is child's pose. Reach forward on the mat, and here's what's going to be different. For this child's pose, I really want you, if you'd like to get a pillow, because we're going to be in it for a few minutes. We're going to breathe in this in a few minutes. So I'm going to ask you to stay with me. If you're joining just now, hit the mat, get in child's pose, because I'm not going to talk a lot during child's pose. We want you to really focus on what your body is saying. Now that you're in child's pose, you can get a block and put it under your chest. If you need it for child's pose, you can put it a block or pillow in your forehead. Your hands can be to the sides, your hands can be forward. Whatever's working for you. You can stuff a blanket. Or I advise sometimes if you've got that seat cushion, put a blanket or a seat cushion under your chest. If you don't go all the way back on your heels, roll the blanket or the pillow, place it on top of your heels, and that helps you sit back to rest. Number of ways to get into the position. So now we want you to get in to the most comfortable child's pose position that allows you to hold it. For these next few minutes, we want you to focus on your breath. I want you to feel the breath, and I want you to feel it where it is coming in. Imagine that it is coming in and entering through either your fingertips or through the crown of your head, entering your body, filling up the space underneath your arms, then going down into your belly, and with each breath, take it deeper, even into your hips. All right, I'm going to make an adjustment on the lights here. So for now, find that restorative pose, find the stillness, no judgment. Focus on the breath. And when you find a space of comfort, feel free to exhale and sit a little deeper in the pose throughout. Spend several breaths in that pose. Relax. Restore. And as we restore in this space today, we are mindful of our breath as a gift. We are mindful of the space of healing that we are inviting ourselves into by sitting in the stillness. We are allowing our bodies to be fully reclaimed. As the breath moves through us, as it animates us, we embrace the good. We embrace the clarity. We embrace the peace. This is the power that is granted to us via child's pose, the ultimate space of humility. Bowing down before creation, starting our day with a made-up mind, releasing everything into the mat, leaving all our troubles in the world, to come back out of this pose. Start by wiggling the fingers, letting your body know we still have some practice to do. Wiggle your toes if you're able. Take a deep breath and exhale. On an inhale, come back up to all fours. Take an inhale there and an exhale. And then come to a seated position. Great job, y'all. Great job. Coming from the child's pose space, people were like, I was starting to feel as if I could go to sleep in child's pose, and you might. The next one, we're going to need to find a wall. This is going to be legs against the wall. So legs against the wall is going to be really, really simple. I'm going to talk you through it first in demonstration. All right. And then we're going to go legs up the wall. So for me, I'm just going to go over here to this doorway and this door frame. Dang, let me know if I'm still in the frame. I'm still being seen. Okay. So legs against the wall, you're simply going to hit the floor and you're going to sit against the wall. So put one side of your hips toward the wall, and whatever wall y'all want to find in the space today, y'all can find it. And this wall is actually going to be available because I'm going to move there. You're going to square yourself with the wall. And as you square yourself from the wall, you're simply going to lean back, really simple, and then rotate your hips toward the wall so that your legs are going up the wall. Isn't that awesome? You don't have to spread them back and forth. You can just slightly flex your toes, legs up the wall. If you need, put a pillow under your head. Find that space of stillness there. And we're going to go legs up the wall. If somebody wants to take my wall space, y'all can do that. Do that, and we can have one over there so we can see. And just find the space. Okay, so if you're home, let's talk through it. Legs against the wall. Sit next to a wall. Find a wall in your house. Find a post in your house. This is a variation of an inversion or shoulder stand. We're going to start sending this energy down from the sky into your body. We're in an opposite position than we were in before. And as you're sitting next to that wall, go ahead and lean back. Lie all the way back. Rotate. Bring those feet up toward the ceiling. And then rotate those hips slightly to the right or to the left. And you're going to find a space where your legs are going up the wall together. And if you'd like a blanket, if you'd like a bolster, like something under your head, you want something under your head, sis? Okay, you're good. Found a good space. Feel free, again, in this position, to adjust yourself. Adjust yourself as needed. You might want to move a little closer to the wall. If you move a little closer to the wall, I want you to begin to notice your body. Notice your body. Where do you feel the stretch? Are you feeling it in your glutes? Are you feeling it in your hamstrings? Hamstrings that right behind your quad there, the back of your legs, that hamstring. Are you feeling it in your calf muscles? Are you feeling some tightness in your Achilles? You can have your hands to your sides. You can have your hands spread out at a 90-degree angle. Wherever you decide to be, find that position right now. I know you're like, Rev got me legs against the wall. Well, guess what? Some people do this in a shoulder stand. Legs against the wall is going to give us some longevity. We are restoring today. Find your position for legs against the wall. Breathe in, breathe out, and restore. Allow your thoughts to be dissolved in the breath. and allow your breath to notice your body. Where is it tight? Where does it need release? In those energy centers where it needs release, send that energy position, send that muscle, send that spot some healing breath intentionally, programming it to release, to be reborn. No pain in yoga, no struggle, stillness. Let's breathe in, legs against the wall. If you just joined, lie down, legs against the wall. Simple. The space of restoration, when you find the stillness, is accessible to you at any time. When you need a burst of energy through the week, you can always do legs against the wall if you can find some place to go. It is an inversion pose, circulating the blood from your legs down into the rest of your body. Take one more deep breath in this position as we begin to transition into the next. Exhale, let it all go. Relax every muscle in your body, especially your chest, your shoulders. Fix your gaze or your drishti, what we say in yoga, drishti, Sanskrit for gaze. Fix it toward the ceiling, blink a few times. Wiggle those toes to come back to our reality. Wiggle those fingers. On an inhale, pause gently at the top. On an exhale, just slide those heels down the wall. And as you reach the floor, go ahead and begin to sit up. Press yourself up to a seated position. And there's a lot of joy and laughter in the restorative space today because we are restoring. Yes. So, of course, find your way gently back to your mat. The ladies here are like, we want to do hardcore power yoga today. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. We wanted to switch up a little bit, throw a little power in there. Not really. Okay, so what I want you to gather with me now, I want you to gather close to you, your blanket or your block, especially your block. If you got your pillow at home, grab your pillow at home, because what we're going to do is we're going to do supported bridge. So come to the middle of the mat, and from the middle of the mat, our supported bridge. You know what bridge looks like. Let's practice bridge together. Bridge is really simple. We're going to bring our heels toward our buttocks. Find that position there. Bridge would simply be keep our neck in alignment. Don't look left to right. Keep your neck in alignment. Keep your chin even because your chest is eventually going to rise toward your chin. And inhale, we're just going to lift those hips up toward the sky. That's bridge. Exhale, release it all the way to the floor. Supported bridge, we're going to grab our block or a pillow or a blanket, whatever gives us just a little bit of height. Go ahead and grab it, stuff it under there. If you got a blanket, you got a roll, and got a pillow on top of it, stuff it under there. We're going to place this block underneath our bodies at our sacrum, that space just below our lumbar, the top of our tailbone. Get the comfortable space though. Do not get a space that's going to make you, when you lie down on it, say, oh my God, that hurts. That's not yoga. I don't know what it is, but it's not yoga. Find that comfortable space. Sometimes you'll need to be on the flat edge of the brick. Sometimes it's a little lower. For people who have really, really high arching backs, you can go to the top block. I'm not a top block guy. Wherever that position is, so that you can rest in bridge, go ahead and attain it. Supported bridge, hands to the side, or hands, palms open, shoulder blades pressing against the mat. Inhaling and exhaling. Sitting down into supported bridge. Gently closing the eyes. Focusing on the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Enjoying this moment of restoration. If you're just joining, you can get a part of this by finding your blanket or your pillow or your seat cushions and placing them under your back in the sacrum area. Keeping those heels closer to the buttocks as possible, finding the space of stillness, and then resting gently, quietly. As we are now providing this bridge energy, it is a bridge over troubled water. The spaces where, of course, another inversion, you feel challenged, in those spaces, go ahead and give them up. Open your heart, allow them to escape into the atmosphere as this bridge position frees us, opens our heart, frees the stress in our hips, where we often hold stress in the body. And because we are resting on a block, we're not working over hard, over much, to keep ourselves in the position. As before, wiggle those fingers a little bit, wiggle those toes. Good. On an inhale, lift those hips even higher toward the ceiling so that you can pull your assistants and accoutrement from under you. And on an exhale, lower yourself to the floor. Awesome. Now we're going to add from this practice here, since we're already on the floor, we're going to go to reclined butterfly pose, which is in Sanskrit, one of our favorite words to say here is Supta Baddha Konasana. That's what we've got. Lady Kanitha makes a soup and we call it Supta Baddha Konasana. I don't know why. But go ahead and pull those knees together, pull those feet together while you're lying on the floor. And Sister Alicia is already there. You take those feet, place them together at the ankles, and then drop those knees to the outer edges of the floor. The difference is going to be now, if you have a block, if you have a pillow, stuff those pillows, stop that block underneath those outer thighs so that you can now find a space of complete rest where you're not thinking, oh my gosh, my hips are being extended. Go ahead and just stuff those pillows on the outer edges of those thighs. Even as you bring those heels closer towards your buttocks, open up that butterfly. You can place your hands to your side for rest. You can also place your hands, one hand on the chest, one hand on the stomach, and feel the breath. For this restorative position, go ahead and just relax. Take an inhale, feel all the tension spaces in your body. And on an exhale, allow the eyes to gently close and relax everything outward. Let's release the energy that's in the hips. Focus that breath entering your body and going all the way down to the joints of your hips. Think about it that way. From this restorative space, we'll be here for just a few moments. Inhaling and exhaling. Supta Baddha Konasana. If you're just tuning in with us, you're part of this restorative practice. Go ahead and lie on the floor and place yourself in reclined butterfly pose. As we are accepting the healing benefits of being restored today, to prepare to come out of this pose, take an inhale. On an exhale, bring those knees back together, feet flat on the floor. Good. Wiggle those toes, wiggle those fingers. And now simply extend those feet toward the edges of the mat. Good. Moving those feet around, rotating the ankles, feeling that energy that is now coming back alive in that body. And we'll get one more good pose in before Shavasana. We're going to do a twist, a supine twist to the right and to the left. So to begin, we want you to keep that right leg extended. And we want you to bring that left knee toward your chest. And just wrap your fingers around that knee if you can. If you can't, grab a towel, grab a bolt, grab a strap, something to just pull that knee toward the chest lightly. Good. And as you are able, we want you to just drop that left knee toward the right side of your body. So bring it across your body toward the right side of your body, reaching up over your body, and grab that left knee with that right hand. That's great, Alicia. You're going to extend that left hand out to the side of the mat, and here's what you got. Whatever you need for support, you can place it under a knee. Put that pillow there because you're going to be there for a while. You can place a block or a blanket on the other side. Whatever may assist you. You're going to breathe. And as now that left leg is now moving over toward the right side of your body, with that right hand on the outside of that left knee, we're extending that left arm and then looking out toward that left palm. A supine twist. We won't stay here super long, but with each inhale and exhale, see if you can feel the vertebra on your spine relaxing, releasing that spinal fluid in. We don't want to overdo it. Again, if you reach a point where you're feeling pain, pull back a little bit, stuff a pillow under that knee. Looking good and feeling good. And that's great. Lady Kanitha has done just a great job there of showing how you can get support with the block up under that knee as well, or a series of pillows. Good. We're going to do just about 30 more seconds in that position. Still your thoughts. You can also close your eyes if you'd like. Good. On an inhale, bring that knee back to center gently. Hug it to your chest. Put your hands around your knees and just hug it a little bit. And on an exhale, extend that foot to match the other foot. And now we're going to go for the other side, because yoga is about balance and restoration is about balance as well. Take an inhale. Bring that right knee up toward the chest. Good. Extending that left leg. And now taking your left palm, your left hand, your left fingers, and wrapping it on the outside of that right knee. And now lowering that right knee across the body to the left. Crossing over. The same thing that you've done before. And once you're in a comfortable position, finding your pillow or your block that you want to place in support for your lower back, for the inside of your knee. Then as you are able, extending that right hand now and turning your head to fix your gaze, your drishti across the palm of that right hand. And as that twist is happening, finding the place of stillness and release, inhaling and exhaling and lowering, closing the eyes into this twist position. Let's see if we can get some equal time on this side as well. During this time of release, your body may be speaking to you. You may be experiencing your nasal passages opening. You may be experiencing some air or wind moving through your body. And the sister Janet Caldwell taught us during our anniversary month in yoga, there are no urges withheld. So if your body tells you it's time for you to burp right now, it's time for you to break some wind right now, this is the time to do it. Don't say, hold on, I gotta wait till the end of Yoga Sunday. If you need to readjust during the practice, readjust. When your body does that, it is telling you, thank you. I've been wanting to release that. I've been needing to let go. I've been needing to restore. Take this opportunity. Now on an inhale, bring that knee back to center. Wrap those hands around it. Hug yourself a little bit more. And now exhale, lower that leg, stretch that foot out to match the other foot. And I invite you in this moment to get yourself positioned for Shavasana. Shavasana is indeed corpse pose. It is the final pose of today's Yoga Sunday. It's a special day today for restorative, because in this restorative space, you get to sit in an extended Shavasana. And so I want you to get your blanket, if you got a blanket near you that you want to cover up with, if you got a bolster that you want to put, great places to put bolsters or rolled up blankets are underneath your legs, right behind your knees, the joints there. Allows you to get an extended period of time with Shavasana. I see we've got our blankies into place today, Shavasana. I'm going to see if I go to Shavasana, I may not wake up. So I'm going to pretend this is me. I'm going to get me a block, or as people in the neighborhood would say, a blockhead, which was me. It's going to represent me. And there I am. I'm in Shavasana. And I've trimmed down a little bit too. How about that? From Shavasana, I'm going to adjust the lights in the space here. And in this Shavasana pose, eventually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to light some incense. So if you got some incense in the space you want to light right now and say, hey, this is my time to love on my body, then I'm going to do that right now. I'm inviting you in the space today. Do that. fix your space how you'd like. We're going to give you some extended time in Shavasana because you deserve it. And so it is. Coming from the space of Shavasana, recognizing the moment of resurrection. Coming from the pose of the corpse, 180 degrees flat, parallel with the ground. As we prepare ourselves mentally and emotionally to rise from that dead level to the living perpendicular of 90 degrees, we accept and recognize that all is well in our spirit, all is well in our body, all is well in our souls. Giving thanks for this wonderful practice today in this moment. Giving thanks to you for taking the time to restore. Inhaling and exhaling consciously now as we wiggle those fingers and those toes to bring ourselves out of Shavasana to a seated position. Roll over to one side just for a moment. Tuck those knees if you'd like, get into the fetal position and just breathe a little bit. Recognize and embrace the safety of restoration. And in the safety space of restoration, I want us to consider what we have gotten this month. What we have received this month at Infinity has been a blessing. The stacking together of the messages that all together bring restoration in your body today, the alignment of understanding the difference between spiritual intelligence and artificial spiritual intelligence. Moving to the space of understanding that you have no thing to believe in, because the space of no thing is exactly the space that gives us the power to create something. To understand, as we did last week, the ancient mysteries of Ifa, and understanding that life is about good habits and good character, and that the development of those is all about spiritual practice. And each and every one of us has that light within us. Today, to restore, to restore. The prefix meaning back or again. To do repeatedly, that is the practice. Store. Store is a quantity or supply of something that is kept for use as needed. Keep your spirit energy high, because it is a quantity, it is a supply, and it is an infinite supply in this store. Store is also a verb. It means to keep or accumulate something for future use when you need something to rejuvenate you. When you've said the prayers, when you have read the books, when you've said the affirmations, I invite you to also hit that mat like you did today, so that you can store and accumulate the physiological energy that is needed to match that which we program our consciousness with as we pursue our purpose. Congratulations. This is the message today. Keep that something. Take it with you. Continue to store that which you need, and then restore as you need to restock and resupply. So it is spoken, so it is received, so it is. Take an inhale there. And on the exhale, go ahead and press yourself back up to the seated position. And from that seated position, we invite you to place your hands at heart center. Take a deep breath there. And let's just do one unified Om for the good. Inhale, exhale. It is from this position of good that we seal this practice, this moving meditation today with love, energy, and light. And I say to each of you, everywhere you are in the world, thank you for taking this time to practice me, and with us at Infinity. The divine in me recognizes, celebrates the divine in you. In Sanskrit, we would say, Namaste. Namaste. Y'all, awesome. Hey, y'all feeling the space? Y'all good? Y'all feeling okay? Was that good? Y'all want to go back to power? We're gonna just okay. Well, we got a restoration. Do this every month, right? Hey, listen. Before we get off, if you're near your phone or near your TV, chat to us in the chat box and let us know how you enjoyed today's service. Let us know how you feel right now. You might just feel like, hey, when I was doing the practice, getting ready for it yesterday and today, I was feeling like I am ready to just move through the world. I'm ready to float and fly and do everything in slow motion. But that's what it does when you give yourself time. We work so hard that we don't take time to restore. Today has been about restoring. So you now get to go out and do what you need to do. Let me give you some tips. Listen, your body, now that you have sat in these poses for a while in a more Iyengar style where you hit the right pose and held it, you get stronger benefit because now your body will release. So some of you are going to have some movements in your body today. Celebrate that. Sometimes you're going to feel as if you worked out. That means that you have worked out. Muscles that have not been stretched for a long time are there. Flexibility is improved. Mood is improved. So that way, do something nice. If you're in the chat and you're back, if you see somebody in the chat, I want you to spiritually pick on them right now. And by that, I mean pour into them. Just tag a random person and say, at so-and-so, bless you today. At so-and-so today, have a great week today. We're going to share some love as we end the stream. And as we do so, I'm going to ask that you put your hands in the air. Take a deep breath with me. Close those eyes. We speak in this moment that the God of your acceptance and understanding, the power of the ancestors, the power of the cosmos, rest, rule, rock, and align with you henceforth, now and forevermore. Let us all say together, Amen, Amen, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Asheo. Y'all, this has been Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr, also known as Rev Jeff, here with the Infinity Fellowship. And on behalf of our entire Infinity Fellowship around the globe, y'all are chatting to each other now on the Infinite live stream. Share the broadcast, retweet it. Hit the like button. If you're on YouTube, hit that little thumbs up under the window. Let's continue to share and spread this love. And most importantly, next week is First Sunday. That means the chairs will be back in this space. Get here early because this place fills up for our monthly service. We got the Voices of Infinity kicking it. We'll be here next week. I love you guys. That's a fact you cannot change. See you in the chat.